Welcome to Kinda Smart.
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 2 of Kinda Smart. I'm Abby Ellis, obviously, and this is my little sister, Alex Warner.
Hello.
I tricked you. Yeah, my special guest, my first guest on my podcast is my little sister. Yes.
Don't be fooled. I am 20.
She's 20 years old. She is an amazing human being. She's going to be 21 in August, so that's freaking awesome. We're going to party.
Can't wait.
But yeah, we're here. We're here to ask Alex some questions, interview her, learn something from this girl. Good luck. I'm just kidding. But no, she's pretty cool. She's pretty smart. She's helped me through my whole life. She's been my therapist, so can't be that bad, right? So let's get into it. Who are you? Who are you, Al? I don't know why. What do you do? What do you do for a living? Let's start there. You're 20 years old. You're Alex. You're my little sister. What else?
Well, first of all, that question immediately put pressure on my bladder. I have to pee now. But anyways, I work at one of the only gun clubs in the nation that has a full restaurant and bar, and I work in that restaurant.
It's fancy.
That's cool. I never envisioned myself working there until my boyfriend's friend got me the job when I was in between and looking for anyone. I also delivery drive at a Jimmy John's that I used to work at as a manager a year ago.
Can you hold your mic? I'm scared that the audio is not.
Okay. What's that?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
it's like a little singer, like a mini singer.
Okay. But yeah, I delivery drive at Jimmy John's, and I'm a hostess and like a server / bartender at the gun club, which is cool.
She does make a mean margarita, I'll tell you that.
Yep, and I did have one whole shift by myself because I've been a server before at a few different restaurants. Did work at the OG for a fat minute. Worked at this place called Hawaiian Bros.
What's the OG?
Olive Garden.
Okay, nobody knows that, but now we do.
Okay, well, yes, I have served before, but bartending, never knew. I don't drink.
She's always been our mom's bartender, though.
Yeah, that consisted of just like half a glass of vodka and like some
grapefruit.
Cranberry juice. So like it was pretty easy with mom, you know what I mean? But like bartending now, I never really drank recreationally in high school or anything. So, because I did occasionally, but it was like one time, and then I was like, okay, that kind of sucked. I'm out, you know?
Yeah.
So, bartending by myself, I had a freak out. I had to FaceTime my best friend in college, who's really good at math, to help me with some stuff. It was not good, and I told them I couldn't do it the next day, and I'm just, yeah. So, if that doesn't tell you who I am as a person, then,
we don't know what will.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Alex. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you?
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a lot, so it's going to be really hard for you.
Yeah, that's quite a few.
Most embarrassing, though.
Ooh.
I have a few in my head.
You go first. Let me brew on this.
I don't know how much you want me to divulge, but I'll just say one time I had a job interview at the mall, okay? And this girl, okay, it was summer break. I'll give her that. But
mind you, I was in middle school. Okay.
She already knows. So I had a job interview at the mall. She comes with me. Unbeknownst to me, she has eaten a Costco-sized box of 36 fruit roll-ups for breakfast. 48 fruit roll-ups for breakfast.
It was over the span of like 4 days.
She was overdosing on Red 40. She went to my job interview with me at the mall, walked around while I was in my interview. I have like 5 missed calls when I get out, and I call her back, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's like, hey, I just passed out. I'm in the bathroom at Macy's. I'm like, girl, I'm just trying to get a job here, you know?
Oh, God.
I'm 6 months pregnant. I just need a job. And you're passing out in the Macy's bathroom? People were apparently crowding around asking for it. She was
It wasn't
wobbling,
crowding
woozing,
around.
pale and blue on the escalator.
It was not crowding around. It was just this little old lady and like her nephew or grandson or something. And they're just like, "Are you okay? Like, do you need help?" And I was like, "No, I'm fine. I'm okay. Thank you. Like, I just need to find my sister."
Slow
She's at
down on the
Pandora.
roll-ups.
Yeah, I was tweaking. Okay, so thinking about it, there was a time in middle school, I believe I was in seventh grade, and there was this kid, I cannot think of his name at the moment, but he was a French horn player. I played the oboe, and he was pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie, he was pretty cute. Everyone thought he was a cutie, and there was talk. There was a room that he thought I was cute too, and that he was gonna ask me something after third period band, in the hallway between passing periods, and I was like, oh, okay, this is it.
Getting ready.
So
sweating.
I like the second that my band director was like, all right, everybody, like it's time to get, I would zoop, 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 packed up, ready at the front, ready to walk out. I'm there. I'm sad. What do you have to say? And Drew, that was his name. You're watching this, by the way.
Oh.
But yeah, subtle foreshadowing. We walked out, and everyone had their phones out. My heart was pumping, blood was racing.
Oh, people were recording.
Yeah, like he was gonna ask me out. Like this was big. And he goes, "I really wanted to ask you something." I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "Did you seriously think I would fucking ask you out?" And I was like, and everyone just went, "Ooh!" And I was like,
what?
Oh my fucking god, are you fucking kidding me? What the hell is happening to me?
I've never heard this. That's insane.
Yeah, because I was mortified. So I went to the nurse and I was like, I have a headache. I'm gonna throw up. I didn't think I
Call my mom. I threw up.
Literally, and my mom was working or something. She's like, I can't pick you up, baby girl. Like, you're just gonna have to wait for 5 minutes. And I was like, just sitting in there, like 2 periods.
Faking being sick, you're like groaning.
Oh my god.
In the nurse's office, I did that.
And then I was on everybody's like Snapchat stories and I was just like, I can't be the same human.
Put a like AirPod in your tape an AirPod to your wrist, be like my
I
IV.
remember going on my like middle school Snapchat story and I was like, people are so fake, like don't swipe up, like if you know what happened, you know what happened. Don't ask. Like
tragedy.
Like that in itself is also wretchedly embarrassing.
That's true.
I think half of this, no, 97% of the Snapchats that I took from when I got Snapchat to about 3 years ago were disturbed.
Yeah. I think Snapchat in general is a bit embarrassing these days. I mean, I know your generation still, if you're over 26, Snapchat's embarrassing. If I go to the club and people are asking me, mind you, I'm married, but if I go to the club and people are, which they do, people are asking me, hey, can I get your Snapchat? I just say, nah. Like, what is that? What is Snap? Hey, can I get your Snap?
Me and Natalie were talking about that the other day because she was like, Brenda, which is her mom, she's like, Brenda asked me, do you guys think you're really gonna use Snapchat in 10 years? And Natalie was like, yeah, we're totally gonna use Snapchat because of the camera. The camera on it is so good. It doesn't flip your face like the iPhone camera. It makes you look so much nicer. And not even, like, I barely go on Snapchat to talk to people. It's kind of a nuisance, honestly, to go and have to respond to people on that app. Like, whatever. But, I mean, it takes some banger selfies. And I don't think I, at any age, would be willing to give that up and say, you know, I'm willing to just look like shit on my best photos.
Yeah, I guess it's just an age difference thing.
I mean, if you didn't start with it, then it's like, why would I start now?
Right. And that's how I felt. I didn't start with it. And I'm like, what is this new contraption? Blah.
Fair.
Millennial core. If you had a choice to choose your one superpower, what would it be? Mine would obviously be talking to animals or teleporting. Probably talking to animals, though. I feel like I could do more good with that. Teleporting, I would probably just go to different stores and like steal. You know, like I would go to Nordstrom and like rack it up, and then they'd be like, you're caught. And I'd be like,
Boop.
gone.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Or I don't know, I would do some crazy stuff. I would be destructive with teleportation, but talking to animals, I would do so much good for the world. Anyways, back to you.
I've thought about this because, this is a very commonly asked question, just in very, like, oh, welcome to the class. What's your name? What superpower would you have? And I've always had a different answer. And oh, I can never decide on it because
Oh man, I always
each
have the same answer.
each one of them, I feel like possesses so much. Like, I know exactly what I could do with each one of them, but it also has so many downsides.
Okay, if I offered you right now, what are you gonna say?
Okay. If someone were to just give me anything, I would probably choose to read minds.
No, how did I know you were gonna say that? I knew
Because
you
I'm a
would.
nosy hoe.
You're nosy, but that's so bad. That's the
I
worst
know.
one you could ever
But
choose.
listen, because, okay, there's a show that I watch with Preston. It's called Invincible. And there's a character on the show. His name is Alan. And he's an orange alien guy. And he has the power to read
Oh yeah,
minds. And he can kind of just, like, choose who he wants to do it to. So he doesn't just hear everybody's thoughts. Oh my god. But if he just looks at you and has a conversation with you, he doesn't have to read your mind. But if he wants to, totally can.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I would want. I want to make it like a forcing, or like I have to know what you're thinking. I would kind of want to just use it
When you want to, you can tap in.
Yeah, and for the right ability. Like, if I could
Mm-hmm.
go up to any, like, political world leader and be like, okay, I know what these people are thinking in this exact moment, and then confront them with it, they're gonna have no way to, like, know exactly how I know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know exactly what you're thinking. I know your exact strategies. You could go up to anybody. I just feel like you could be so ahead in so many different things. Like, when you're talking to people at your work, what are they thinking when they're talking about me? What can I personally
Ooh, your
improve on?
clients, you could be like, what are you looking for?
Yeah,
What do
like,
you want me to say?
what do you want me to do better next time that you're not really telling me because you just want to be nice? You know
Or
what I
like,
mean?
do I look ugly right now?
Yeah, like something like that. But it's also, I feel like there'd be some days where I just wouldn't want to do it at all. And I would just be like, no, fuck this. I don't want to
That's it.
listen to
Okay,
anybody.
okay. Now I can finally understand that perspective. Okay, I get that.
Because, like, I could just get so ahead, I feel like.
I get that. That would just be risky for me. That would be a risky one.
It would definitely be risky, but I feel like
It could
I
hurt your
do have
feelings
good
very
self
easily.
control. So I think I could pretty much just kind of turn it off if I
Okay.
really need to.
All right. Well, all right. If you had to swap lives with one person, who would that person be? It would be me. I'm just kidding. Please, that would be. No one would choose that.
I don't know. Zendaya.
Oh, okay.
Girl, if I had that body for one day.
I mean, yes, if I could choose to look like anyone, it would be
No, because
Zendaya, but I just don't know what her day to day is like.
I bet it's
you're choosing their
listen,
whole life.
I bet it's literally just like waking up next to Tom Holland, score,
True.
immediate score,
True.
and then, which, girl, bag, and then you wake up in your, like, beautiful 3 million thread count sheets,
Mm-hmm.
and you have, any option you want for breakfast. Tom Holland, again, just right next to you the whole time. Just extra added points. You look in the mirror, you see that in the mirror, and you're like, oh my god, I'm literally this bitch.
Yeah.
You go on your phone, everybody just, you post one picture. Oh my god, girl, you're so gorgeous. I love you so much. Blah, blah, blah. Fan counts go crazy over you. And then you just sit there on your balcony, and then maybe go to a Vogue photo shoot, do whatever. I would be Zendaya. Everybody loves her, and if you don't, I don't care, and I'm sure she has that blocked on her phone anyways.
I think that's an awesome answer.
Who would you be?
Who would I be? I haven't even actually thought about that, but on the spot, if I have to do it quick, who would I be? Who would I be? Who would I be?
My first initial choice was Dolly Parton, but then I was like, her husband.
Ooh, you know who I would be? Paris Hilton.
Ooh.
Because guess what? Okay, first of all, she had the simple life. Okay, that would be super fun. Second of all, she's a freaking DJ, guys. I think it would be so fun to learn how to mix beats and play because guess what? When I go out, I get so mad at the DJs and I'm like, please play
Kesha.
Something with words that we can sing along to. Okay, something well known. Enough with this electronic dance pop. Like we've had enough. maybe one of those thrown in there, sure, but how are you going to dance to electronic pop with no words? You got to be like on Molly. You got to be on Molly. And I just get so frustrated.
You know,
like they're playing like their friends' songs and stuff. I'm like, just play some mainstream that we can all, that has a beat that we can actually dance to. We can maybe sing some chorus.
Something.
Come on. I would be so good. I'm going to do it, guys. So just be on the lookout for that.
You should.
But Paris Hilton, and now she has a baby and a husband.
I
Perfume,
have
nail.
a friend who is a DJ at the gun club who does it like professionally. We go to the karaoke club and do.
I'll be a DJ.
Well, if you need stuff,
if you need a DJ, let me know.
Well, if you want to come and talk to him and get connects, let me know.
I'm gonna mess around. I've been learning so many new things with this podcast. Like I've been learning editing
Preston's
and like
wanted to do that for so long.
Voice change. I don't know, so much you won't even believe. So
I tried doing YouTube in middle school.
I think
for about 2 weeks, and then I got one really weird comment. It was like one of the first comments I got that wasn't like a total bot account. And it was like, if you don't show your butt to the camera, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna
show Bob's.
And I was like, I'm deleting this, and I just deleted the whole YouTube page. I was like, I don't want this in my life. You know what I mean?
I can't risk this.
Yeah, and I couldn't do it anymore. And I couldn't take the pressure.
Yeah. Well, how old were you?
6th grade. Because Dad was like, "You're so funny. You're so good at makeup. You should make a YouTube channel of like making fun, like sarcastic, all in good fun videos of those stupid makeup influencers, but actually show makeup." And I was like, "That's a good idea." But I am in 6th grade, and I am stupid, you know what I mean? And it played out just like that. So.
Yeah. You know what's so funny? So I told you Mom followed me on Instagram on Sunday. So before Mom followed me, my mom followed me on Instagram for my podcast Instagram. So Sunday before that, we go over to her house for dinner, and my daughter's like, "My mom has a podcast." And I'm like, "Wait, I'm not ready to tell anyone." And I was like, "No, I don't." And she's like, "Yeah, you do." And I was like, and my mom's like, "Oh, you have a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's not ready yet." She's joking. and my stepdad looks at me. He's like, You should do a podcast about like thrifting." I'm like, okay.
Dad always has some very creative ideas.
Sweet. I love that. Thank you guys for being supportive.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom, for following me. I appreciate it. Love you. You know?
Hey, Mom.
I'll take it. I'll take what I can get where I can get it. Next question, moving on. What's your 5-year plan?
5 years. Okay.
Give it to me now. We're right on the spot.
In 5 years, I'll be about 25, 26. I want to have my own place, preferably like a tiny, tiny little like 1-story place with like 2 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Kind of like my house.
Yeah, just like.
But I have 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
2 bathrooms.
Because I don't plan for children anytime soon.
So just a room and a guest room?
Yeah. Or just like, because I believe strongly in a coexisting room, you know?
Yeah.
So I want.
Like a game room for your boy or whatever.
Yeah, and then my nice space, and then, nice little whatever, and then, yeah, kind of just like what you have, but, I also want to have some sway in the piercing industry. It's just so hard based on our location, because I look all the time for apprenticeships, and when they're hiring, because it is like a 5-6 year process if you're going to do it right.
Yep.
And so most of the time people just have apprentices already, and they're not looking for another 3 years, and then they already have a wait list of 100 people.
Yeah. So if you know anyone who's tattooing or just piercing in Dallas area, well, but tattoo shops have piercing stuff. Yeah, but if you know anyone who's looking for a piercing apprentice, hit us up, because this girl.
I'm willing to do it all. I'm willing to stay in the store and learn the shop. I'm willing to go to the school, do the certification in the anatomy, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
I've already had a lot of holes poked in me, so I'm down.
Yeah. All right.
I enjoy it.
That's your 5-year plan. You're gonna have your own place. You're gonna be piercing. Right now you have a boyfriend. How how long have you been together? 2 years?
Yeah.
2
He just got
years.
a job at Amped Fitness in Richardson.
Nice. He got the job.
Hmm.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Congrats.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gonna have a place with Preston maybe with your boy?
Yeah, just depending on how things work out. I mean, it's probably going to be me and one of my girlfriends funding it. And, like, if he
Wants to chip in,
is
right?
chip in or is, like, truly showing that for a long period of time can provide stable income and
Yep.
stability, that, that can be an option. But, right now I trust Natalie with that more than anything. So,
Facts, facts, facts. I love that. All right, well, that's 5 years. That's not bad because you'll be what, 25? That's nothing. You're still a babe. So,
Interling.
all right, let's talk about real quick because I know we could talk about this for literally probably a week straight. So let's just dip our toes into like a little tiniest, barely touching it. Let's dip our toes into mental health.
Okay.
I didn't actually have a specific question for this.
Just broadly.
In general, mental health, right?
Mental health is something everyone deals
You
with,
know what
whether
I
they
didn't
know
do
it or
though?
not.
I didn't in this episode I was rushing, I was frantic. I didn't include anything to learn, so I was expecting you to learn us something.
Learn us something.
So if
Okay.
that could be about do you have anything to learn us about mental health, or do you just want to learn us something that you
Well,
already know about more?
I know that there are. Did you want me to say things that I know about it? Is that what you?
Obviously, I don't want you to say anything you don't know.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Girl, okay. Let me lie. Like. Okay. Um. This is probably common. I don't know if it is common knowledge, but I was kind of shook when I learned it. But I don't have anything to do with this. I don't have religious trauma. But people who have religious trauma and who grew up in like cults or cult-like environments, or just having religion heavily pushed onto them when they're growing up and just instilled in them from a very young age, actually have very different brain scans, just the same as how like psychopaths and sociopaths have different brain scans. But it's not the same in that sense. Like, they don't have the same brain scans as sociopaths and psychopaths. They just have completely different brain chemistry, and usually like smaller and bigger parts of different parts of the brain than just your regular average human. And I just think it's so interesting how the things you say and the things you do to this little mushy tiny little brain and that little human completely changes based on how you act around it. I just think it's so crazy. And I mean, obviously, that is for every, mental health issue, almost all of them.
Yeah.
Based on your environment and how you grow up and the things you go through as a child shape who you are. And like, I was watching a podcast on Stephanie Sue. She covers a lot of true crime and current events that are happening that are just crazy cases. There's this one on a girl who had DID,
Mm-hmm.
and she was just talking a lot about it. And I think it's just so interesting, like, your brain goes through so much trauma that it literally starts creating a way to protect itself, to where you create a version of yourself who unknowingly, like, just your brain does it, you don't have any knowledge or capability to stop it, to protect you from this trauma and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's
Definitely.
like, dang, because every single person, whether they know it or not, deals with some form of mental health, at some point in their life.
Yeah. And if you think you don't, you're probably a narcissist,
Facts.
No, but I thought it was crazy. I learned because, fun fact, I have bipolar disorder, so that's pretty awesome. But I learned through TikTok, of course, that when you have a manic episode, it actually damages your brain. It actually damages your brain matter. So you should not be like, oh, yay, I'm manic. You should like call your psychiatrist and be like, hey, I'm manic.
Yeah.
What should I do? Yeah, it definitely all mental disorders definitely change your brain chemistry, and I mean, between the both of us, we got half of the disorders.
Yeah. And I mean, and it like for so long until I started seeing a psychiatrist and therapist, like I just kind of thought everything was just super kind of normal. Like everybody kind of felt the way I did all the time. And then when they were like, yeah, it's not normal, I just was kind of like, oh,
Oh,
so
I'm a
maybe I
little bit
should be
crazy.
concerned about these things. And I kind of did that the same with my physical health for a long time. I just kind of like put it away, da, da, da. And then when I told people about it, they're like, why do you throw up stomach bile every morning for 2 years? That's kind of odd. Why do you have to push so hard when you pee?
Yeah.
That's girl, what's up? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, girl's got a lot of health problems. I don't know what happened to you, but
unfortunately,
she's got the tightest pelvis you've ever heard of.
yep, yep.
We
Unfortunately,
both got POTS.
yeah,
She's got endometriosis.
yeah, I got pelvic floor myalgia. That's a fun one. That
That's
I'm
super cute.
medically just real cinched up, and it's not
Like
as
medically too tight.
it's not
Medically
as
gorilla gripped.
not as fun as you think. That's that it that
It's painful
hurt,
apparently.
and it's not always been like that. You know, for a long time, I was just pretty norm, no ish,
I
and
can
then
imagine.
all of a sudden, I was like, this is getting out of hand.
Yeah, aren't you literally doing like physical therapy to loosen it up?
Yeah, I did, and then it was like $100 a week, and I said, screw that. So
Yeah,
now
that's
I
pretty
just kind of
crazy.
like do what I need to do,
And now
kind of
you're doing like red
stretch.
light therapy, right?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to be taking part in a medical clinical study
Oh wow.
slash trial. So I don't know if I'm getting the real one or the placebo, but starting Monday, 2 times a week for the next 4 weeks, so it's 8 sessions total. I'm gonna go in. They're gonna stick this little laser red light thing in there. They're gonna go for about 6 minutes, just in out, kind of massage a little bit in there. And the purpose is to see if the laser red light therapy, because when you actually get
Will
the real one,
relax the muscles.
that and just help with some of the scar tissue and like skin cell repair and
Mm.
like collagen as well in
Yeah.
there. And 85% of patients with endometriosis and pelvic floor myalgia have responded to treatment permanently and have had a permanent reduction in pain during sex and when like inserting tampons and just like day-to-day stuff like that. And but it's $2,000 without insurance. Insurance does not cover it, of course.
Wow.
So she was like, well, you can get paid $300, but there's no guarantee that you're gonna be the real one, you know. She doesn't know. None of the people will know. Only the computer system will know, and it'll be unlocked in a set date when the trial is released. If anything happens during the trial, they let me know, and then it stops. I still get paid either way, but
That's cool. You get paid.
yeah, so I take the first survey, they give me $50. Second survey, I get 100. Third survey, I get 150. So it's just kind of like ensuring that I do the whole thing like the right way
Yeah.
and I don't miss anything.
That's so cool though.
Yeah, I think it's
I
cool.
hope you get the real treatment though. I
I
want
do
to
too,
see.
but you know, placebo's a hell of a drug too.
That's true. Placebos actually work on me half the time. But also red light is an amazing.
It's not really red light. I kind of misled when I said it's laser therapy.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy, and she was because we were talking about like different treatment plans for because the birth control that I'm on now is making me go through menopause and it's very unpleasant. So we were talking about different treatment plans. I don't want an IUD and I don't want the micro progesterone that doesn't act as actual birth control that just makes me bleed a lot. So she said, "Well, we could try this." And then she pulls out the little laser thing, and it looks like a crack pipe. And I'm like, girl, what are we gonna try? Like, what
like,
is
okay,
this?
we could try this. Like,
where are we?
yes.
Do we have to go to the back? You know what I mean? And she was like, this is the laser treatment. I was like, okay, girl, whatever you say. I know y'all have extras in the back. Because it literally was just a straight little cylindrical tube, hollow on the inside, and a little, like, bulb at the end.
Okay, well, it's not big. That's good.
I was like, girl. And then it's attached to this little wand and this big, like, machine on a cart, and then I'll be in stirrups, and then they just, like, and the only thing, because of that part, I'm like, okay, whatever. I need to be waxed.
Oh yeah.
And Bria is like,
she's
dysfunctional.
So, shout out to Bria. We love you and hope you're doing better and doing good. I know I'm talking to you every day, obviously, but
Love you, Bria.
We love you.
You're
and
amazing, and
we're
I
gonna
need
keep
you
your
so
business
bad.
private, but
I've been dying without you.
get well soon, babes.
Please get well soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got 4 weeks of people gonna be up in my and I need you.
All right, she's being selfish. Okay, moving on. All right, we got our questions out of the way. I think I was gonna ask you about friendships, but meh, I don't really care.
Valid.
We only both have one friend each.
I have like 3.
What's up, Beans?
4.
What's up, girl?
Maybe
You're just
5.
chilling. All right. We got to move on to the rest of the pod here. We got news. We're not talking politics. Anything in the news you want to talk about other than that? Probably not. Me neither.
Hold on. Give me a second to think.
News is crazy, guys. I can't even watch it. It breaks my heart. Drives me nuts. What is happening to the world? Yeah, so we can't talk about the news for a minute. For a hot minute. All right? Hot topic. Anything going on? Hot topics in the world? Hot topics?
Rocks?
We like rocks.
Other
Oh,
people.
what?
Do you think?
Oh, our daughter's saying lots of hot topics are out.
Did I turn it off? What are your thoughts on Wicked, Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande?
I don't know. I honestly don't care that much. I think it's a little weird that Ariana's character method acting so hard, but also like props to you because I mean you're taking your job real serious, girl. I can't knock you for that.
I thought it was really silly because they just did a recent thing where I was like some photo shoot or some event, obviously some press thing, and Ariana and Cynthia were like this.
Yeah,
and
always holding
just
hands. We
looking
know
at each
that.
other very lovingly, and then Cynthia Erivo's girlfriend posted on her story like this girl with a baseball bat with a Beyonce song in the background, and I was like, fuck this bitch, like,
oh shoot.
Because I mean, even at
it looked like they're in love.
even at the
sure.
award ceremony, like she was just like,
It's like, are we dating or what?
be so for real.
But I guess at the premiere, Trisha Paytas went and she was like, I'm not gonna get any publicity. And then she, of course, like got so much publicity. And I'm like, girl.
You know she's expecting her 3rd child now?
Oh.
Yes, her and Moses are welcoming their 3rd child. I don't remember what month she said.
We got Presley. No, Elvis.
Elvis.
Malibu. And who knows the 3rd?
I don't know.
I love
Trisha.
Trisha.
She's gonna be great.
Just Trish. If you haven't seen her podcast, it's pretty entertaining, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've been seeing clips of her latest episode about Rosanna Pansino and Tana Mojo and stuff.
I'm not gonna lie though, half the people that do like celebrity podcasts, Trisha, Tana, all that, I don't know half the people that are talking. That's why I wanted to do this podcast, because I like the funny ones, I like the celebrity gossip, I like the informational. We're just mixing it all together. And I know that's not a niche. Like, you're supposed to pick a niche, but this is, if you technically think about it, it's a niche because no one else is doing everything.
Yeah, I guess so.
A niche.
Yeah.
You see it?
I've been listening, so when I delivery drive, sometimes listening to music makes time go by really slow because I'm like, okay, 3-minute song, 2-minute song, 3-minute song. And my deliveries are like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 13 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes. So sometimes listening to songs is really annoying. But if I just have a podcast going the whole time, and I've just been binge watching Stephanie Sue the whole time, and I'm just listening to her talk about.
What is Stephanie Sue?
So she does a podcast called Rotten Mango. I think she has 2 other podcasts as well on YouTube and Spotify, everything. She's super, super popular. She has like millions of followers. And it's Rotten Mango, and I forget the name of the other one, but she does just true crime, current updates on like people like Casey Anthony and stuff that's like happening right now, and older kind of stuff that's happened in the past before. She also covers a lot of international true crime stuff that's happened in Japan, Pakistan, South Korea, England, like just everywhere. And I just think it's really interesting because, no matter where you are, there's sick people everywhere. But she's also just like, she covers it in such a respectful way, which I think is lost in a lot of true crime podcasters and people who cover that, because they can kind of sometimes undermine the severity of what these people have actually done to some of these victims, and not really give the name to the victims and more to the person who's perpetrating the
Yeah,
crimes.
definitely.
And she definitely gives a lot of respect and has like a team of lawyers and researchers that actually tries to find actual like hard-based truth facts, and they put in requests to governments and courts to
Oh
actually
wow.
pull real information. So I think she's just really like
Sue what?
Stephanie Sue.
Stephanie Sue.
a, a,
On
a
YouTube or what?
YouTube, Spotify, Apple, whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just Rotten Mango. That's what it's called. And then her husband, I think, is some people are really annoyed with him, but I think it's really funny because she'll be talking and she kind of talks at like this high speed, and sometimes she'll talk about kind of newer things that kind of have hipper slang and stuff. And I don't think he's very hip on social media based on how he talks, because he kind of does this thing where he'll go, "Wait, what do you mean? Like he did what now?" And like she'll have to kind of recap and just kind of clarify what she said, which I kind of like because sometimes she does talk a little fast, or I don't really know what she's trying to say, and he'll stop just in at the right moments and be like,
And
"Wait,
just like, whoa, okay,
hold
this
on."
is what happened.
And then sometimes I am like, "Wait, dude, you really didn't catch that? What do you mean?" But like, I think it just kind of adds that layer of like humor in between like that whole whatever she's talking about. I kind of like it, and he's not a big part of it. He kind of throws in like a 5 second this and that every 10 15 minutes or so. Nothing crazy.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Sue.
Sue.
Stephanie Sue.
Rotten Mango.
Rotten Mango. Stephanie Sue. That sounds pretty cool. I think I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah, she's really good, and I like how she has a very like soft feminine voice, so it's kind of more gentle than listening to like some voiceover of this guy on Netflix talking about these crazy things, and you're like, wow, I need to step away. And she also starts, she's like, if you're not in the right headspace to listen to, and then she explains like the triggers in each case,
Oh wow.
go
Yeah.
watch a show, blah blah blah. And then she always has disclaimers that the person that we're talking about today, it is religious, but I in no way want to hurt any, there's bad people, she just like, and I'm like, girl, you're just the best person ever.
That's cool.
I just want to listen to crime, and you're the right one.
Stephanie Sue, Rotten Mangoes. That sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna check it out.
She knows a lot of stuff. I bet she's very, very, very smart.
Well, let's get her on, girl. Hit her up.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'll hit her up.
Yeah.
But we already learned something. Alex Warner taught us some very, very interesting things about mental health and, the cause and effect of it all. We love that. Last segment of the pod episode is Ask Abby. Okay. All right, guys. I'm not going to lie. You really dropped the ball. Really dropped the ball big time. Not really anyone asked me questions. So that's pretty disappointing. You do have a chance to make it up. You have about 7 days till next Friday. But I did get one question. It was not directed towards Ask Abby, but I got a question. I'm taking it. I'm running with it. All right. The question was, do you believe that everyone is energy? Answer is yes. Okay. Not only everyone is energy, but everything is energy, because who's the guy that says energy is not destroyed or created? Energy is.
Energy is not created, nor is it destroyed. Energy is a constant flow.
Whatever. You know the quote. Look it up. Someone smart said that. But yes, everything is energy. I think we live and I think that there's multiple thousands of parallel universes, and every scenario plays out differently in each one, and we're all just energy. Again, we can't be destroyed or created. When we die, I think our energy lives on.
You think reincarnation is for real?
I don't know what our energy does when we die. I'm not gonna lie about that. I have no freaking clue. That's the thing about me and religion. I feel like I'm more spiritual rather than religious. But yeah, I think we're energy, and our energy never dies, but I don't know what happens to it when we die.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought a lot about it, and I feel the same. Like, I'm just like spiritual, but I mean, obviously, the energy has to go somewhere, and there's just so many stories just around the world of, reincarnation and past lives. And I personally like to make up my own version of what's going to happen to me when I die because everybody else gets to do that, so do I.
True.
Um,
Very true.
and I don't think I'm on my last soul life journey. I think I have a few more lives to go before I reach that nirvana.
I think when you die, you start over in a new life.
I don't think I start over. I think every soul, like, kind of, because souls can, I obviously are created. And when you're a new soul, I feel like you go through a lot of lifetimes learning, and your soul kind of evolves throughout time. And until you've learned and gone through what the universe needs you to learn and go through,
Those
that,
lessons, learn your lessons.
yeah, then you can reach that nirvana or whatever that may be to you and
Yeah.
what you think it to be.
Yeah. Whatever
But
you think that is, maybe.
I don't, I think you, obviously, you can be a new soul, but I read a really interesting thing about it that was talking about how, new souls in life are more likely to be angrier, they're more likely to be timid towards people, they're more likely to be narcissistic because their soul just is not used to being broken down. They're not used to
You're
seeing,
just so new.
yeah, and people who are more empathetic and who are empaths and just feel so deeply for everything around them are usually like souls who have been around for a lot longer because they've seen a lot more, they've been through a lot more, like, just in the entire centuries and generations that you've been around, like, you've had to learn a lot of things. And I think there are certain people who just, and them when you meet them, they're just like these balls of energy and life and love, and just like,
Yeah, and you feel like you've known them before.
not even that, it's just like, that there's just not even one flick of nasty inside of them.
Yeah.
And those are the people who are, I feel like, their last soul in life, and when they pass, they're in their nirvana.
Okay, okay, yeah.
And those people who are just kind of nasty and not nice, they're
They just
just
still have
new.
so many lessons to learn.
Yeah, and it's not going to be in this life, it might be in the next or the next or the next or the next. But they won't pay for it now, they might later. And they might have to go through something really traumatic, 7 lives from now. Maybe not now, but
Right, they'll pay for it at some point
yeah, they're gonna wake up and they're gonna say,
till they
"Wow,
learn.
why is this
I think
happening
that's
to
how it
me?
is.
Yeah, why is this happening to me? This sucks so bad." That's why I continue to, like, when I'm like, "Wow, everything sucks so bad. Like, why does bad stuff keep happening to me?" I'm like, "Dang, what did I do in my past lives, people?"
Well, not even that. I think when bad things happen to you, you need to think like big picture and you need to think like, okay, what lesson am I supposed to learn from this bad thing? Like, what did this just teach me and how am I going to not let this happen again? It like literally life is all about learning lessons and learning from mistakes. Like,
Yeah,
that's how you teach kids. That's what kids are. Like, my philosophy with my parenting is just, you got to expose your kid to everything. You got to let them live life as life comes. And it's up to you. It's your job as a parent to balance that. But yes, technology is a thing. Yes, cuss words are a thing. Yes, TV is religion. Red 40, sugar, those are all things that you're going to encounter in life, whether I subject you to them or not. So you're going to experience life as it comes. If there's a soda in front of you, you'll want to try it. I'm going to let you have it. Am I going to let you have it every day? No. If you like sugar, I'm going to let you try my ice cream. Or am I going to let you have ice cream? No.
yeah,
But it's all about learning and making. I've let her eat as much candy as she want one time. And guess what she said? My tummy hurts. I think I'm going to throw up. And I said, yeah, that's what happens. I think I've told you that before. When you eat too much candy, your belly hurts
and
and you'll get
Preston's
sick.
mom was like the same way
Learn your
raising him.
lessons, Go through life, experience things. That's what life's all about. That's
Preston's
how you learn.
Preston's mom did the same thing to him, just like all throughout his life. She was
Okay. Our microphones died, so hopefully you can hear us.
yeah.
But basically, yes, the stricter you are with your kids, the worse it's going to turn out. They're going to rebel. So, sorry. Good luck.
It's been 30 seconds.
Big stuff.
So next guest, I don't know who the next guest. Oh, do you have any questions for me for Ask Abby? Since there was only one question, can you please ask me some questions? You're being actually a bad friend and rude by not. So,
what is your least favorite thing about being married?
doing laundry.
I think you would hate that if you were single or married.
Right. My worst.
Your least favorite thing about being married.
Least favorite thing about being married, I don't really have any because I actually love being married. My husband is perfect and it's annoying.
Yeah, he is annoying. He is so annoying in a good way.
Yeah.
But it's annoying that it's in a good way, you know what I mean? It's like, get out of my face.
You're too good.
Yeah.
You're too smart. You're
like when I have my friends over or anything and like they see him get your food and stuff and open your drinks or whatever and they're always just like, wow, like he's so nice. I'm like, yeah,
he's the best. I'm very lucky.
sleep with one eye
Oh my
open.
god, I have the hiccups.
Whoa.
You guys want to learn something? Entertain them for 1 second.
Y'all like Megan Thee Stallion? Fine. So beautiful. Also, Princess Diana.
Princess Diana, what are you talking about?
I love her, and I wish she wasn't passed away.
Okay, this is how you get rid of hiccups. If you didn't know, you need 2 people. Okay, first of all, my mom told me that if you tell someone not to hiccup, yell at me.
Stop!
Tell me hiccup.
Stop!
Force a hiccup right now.
Do a hiccup. Can you do it? Oh my god.
Force me, yell at me.
Hiccup!
And do it hard, fast, more.
Do it! Hiccup! Do it! Hiccup! Ah! Do it better! Hiccup better! Do it better! Do it! You can do it, bitch! Hiccup better!
Okay, so that one doesn't work.
Okay.
Sometimes in the mirror it works if I do it to myself. Okay.
I was like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna plug my nose. You plug my ears, and I'm gonna chug this. I think we got it. That was a disaster. I'm wet.
Hiccup! Ah! I just wanted to make sure.
Bitch! God. I don't know why that scared me so bad.
I just really wanted to
I
make
was
sure.
not expecting anger from you. Woo! We're good. Hiccups are gone.
There you go.
Ooh.
That's how you actually do it.
That's how you get rid of them, guys. Ooh, that felt good. I feel so much better. What was your question? Did I answer it?
Mm-hmm.
I answered it.
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
Least favorite thing about marriage again.
Part 1.
He's too nice.
Oh, but okay, least favorite thing about marriage, seriously, one thing about men, right? So logical, huh? And women are so emotional. So first of all, when you vent to them, they try to solve your problems, right? That's annoying. Don't do that.
And then they always say that they're like, I'm not trying to solve your problems. Then shut up.
Well, okay, the thing is, this is what me and my husband have done that's helped us out so much. We've done this for a long time now. First of all, when we want attention, we just say, hey, I need attention. Second of all, what were we just talking about? Men think logically. So next time, if you're venting, vent, and then you teach your husband to say, okay, do you need advice or do you just want someone to listen to you?
I do that too. And you know what? Every time it just pisses me off more either way because then I'm just like, I think I've come to the realization when it gets to that point when I'm that angry and I'm like, if I even just need to, because I'm not going to be angry if I just need advice on something, you know. but like I just can't be around anybody. Like
Yeah.
I have to just like seclude myself, and it's gotten to the point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna come back to you when I do want a solution, which is rare, because most of the time I already know what I need to do. I already know what needs to be done. I don't need you to tell me
That's
that.
the thing. We already know what needs to be done. We're just
I'm
getting
just
it off our
about the
chest. We're just
principle.
angry. We need you to say, yeah, that's fucking annoying. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You do deserve better. You do.
Hype
You
me
know?
up.
Just hype her up. That's all we need. We just need a hype man most of the time. We
I
don't
don't-
need you to tell us how to fix it, because most of the time your fucking ideas on how to fix it are ridiculous.
Or derogatory. It's like, well, maybe next time when you do it, you could go like this instead of, I need you to know I've thought about that 100 times before that came out of your mouth. It's not gonna happen.
Right. We just needed
Just
you to
shut
say,
up.
I know, babe. You're right. I'm sorry. That's it.
Well, maybe they think, I already know.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
So that, and then like again with a logical mind, when my husband is like, hey babe, where's the blank? Now I've just started staying silent. I just ignore it, because
you
give
can
him
use
10
that.
seconds. Give him 10 seconds of silence. He'll figure it out. Bet.
Same thing.
Because he'll be like, babe, where's the can opener? And my whole body my blood boils. Because I'm like, where do you think it is? Maybe in one of the kitchen drawers?
Riley, do you think I hid
You
it
think I
somewhere?
put it in our bed under my pillow? No.
Even if it's not in the same drawer, general kitchen area, just take a look.
Just try.
Just take a gander.
Just try, because
quickly.
why are you making me get up to point it out?
And also, why would you think that I have the inventory of where every single small item is at all times in my brain?
Figure it out.
Take a look, see. You know, Preston will be like, oh, do you know where my
I don't see the
Lululemon pants
macaroni.
are?
Yeah. Did you look in the clean clothes? Did you look in the dirty clothes? Those are your
Did
main
you look in-
options.
did you look in your drawer? Did you look at any of the clothes
The
that are hanging up
dryer.
there?
Like, think of like the logical next steps.
Where are my shoes? Okay,
If
so
you're
there's
so
a ground.
logical.
So
If
there's
you're
a
so
ground.
logical, why are we not thinking logically on that? We'll never know. But yeah, that's the least favorite thing about being married, is actually living with a man, because
I think the logic comes in there. The right chakra.
I'm so lucky actually, because my husband is willing and able to help me with chores, and he doesn't complain. But yes, he does need specific step-by-step instructions, and to be told and when to do these things.
He is task operated, unfortunately.
So good luck props to you if you have a man that just does it all. But
I think
my man does it all, but yes, you have to, you gotta tell him.
I think the only time that you're gonna get any better than what you have is a lavender marriage. If you have a gay man living with you that is going to do the laundry with you, help clean everything, help you paint your nails, go shopping with you, do all this stuff, and like occasionally, you know, get drunk, make out with you, do all the fun little stuff, that's the only time that's probably gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you just have someone that is genuinely like, no, I want this to be clean, I want this to look yassified, I want to help you pop all your pimples and curl your hair, and I want you to, you know, help me do all the stuff and whatever.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
No,
Hit
but
me
it's
with
all
the
right.
lavender marriage.
We love them. We love them. We do our best. We work as a team.
Yeah, slim choice, slim pickings out there.
Exactly. That's very true.
You
Slim
gotta find ones that
make you happy.
and also just like understand and are just willing.
Yeah. If he wanted to, he would. You know?
Yeah.
That's very true. That's my motto. All right. Well, I think we're pretty done here, unless you've got any last things to say. But we're gonna have a guest on next week. Got episodes every Friday, 5 p.m. Follow all of my social media pages. TikTok and Instagram are both Kinda Smart Abby. Pretty easy if you ask me. Also, this podcast is sponsored by my husband's Amex.
I was literally gonna say sponsored by.
I mean, I had to buy this little tripod, some lights,
I thought you said Xanax.
Xanax, what?
I thought you said my husband's Xanax. I was like,
No, my husband's Amex.
Amex?
American Express.
I was like,
yeah, but
whoa,
that's
girl,
our
I have
sponsor
no
right
clue.
now. Hit me up if you want to sponsor. A jewelry brand did hit me up and say, do you want to try out some jewelry? But I said, how much is shipping? And they didn't answer directly.
Make sure
so.
it's not a bot account.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was probably a bot. But I said, how much is shipping? And they
If you are a brand that makes compression socks that are seamless or cute, also hit us up.
because we have pots. How did those socks I gave you?
They were nice. I really,
They're all right.
I can't
I think
stand
mine-
the ribs.
Yeah, my lightheadedness is definitely my back.
I can't stand the ribs in them. They make my calves feel
Ribbed.
nasty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is ribbed.
Yeah, you don't like that tight. I don't like tight ribbed either. Like from Amazon, their workout tight ribbed.
Like
hate
I
that.
want this,
I want seamless.
but in compression.
All right. Well, in conclusion, we learned some stuff about mental health. We learned some stuff about life, being in your 20s. I don't know, guys. Do you have anything else to say? Any tips, tricks, advice? One last word of advice to the world?
Jimmy John's has toasted sandwiches now, so if you only didn't go there because they only had cold sandwiches, then now you're just a freak. So go there.
Jimmy John's is
Jimmy
John's.
some yummy yum.
I love it.
Pretty fine.
All right, guys, watch our episode next Friday, 5 p.m. I hope you enjoyed my little tiny sister. She's so cute. I love her. And we'll see you next time on Kinda Smart. Thanks a lot.
Bye.